Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another recap of 90 Day Fiancé the other way.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I'm just waiting for the real drama to start. I
Mhm.
know that we have to get through the preliminary. We're meeting. We're finally here, and all that stuff.
Oh
But
yeah, I know.
it's
I know. I'm ready for it to pick up, but that just means we'll have a shorter review. No problem.
yeah. So let's just get White Shekinah and
Colonel Guile.
Jafar out of the way. And Bison. Yeah. So she's still spawning nukes over these tacky ass bottles, and he tries to gaslight. And well, I don't know if it's maybe it's a little from column A or a little from column B because I feel like he may have told her this tidbit of information, but she also took it and she took it a little too far, but also it is attached to these things. So anyway, he says that these bottles were attached to his many travels. He's a worldly man.
Mhm.
And so they just remind him of his travels and things. However, he also tends not to drink alone. He tends to only drink with women.
Mhm.
And so she's like, no, that's tacky. That sounds like a front. I don't want to hear it. How would you feel if I hung on to something, like that? And then she brings out her Mitt
She pulls
Romney
that
ass
stupid ass
binder.
trapper keeper out.
Yeah, this orange trapper keeper. And he was like, "What is that?" Like, and
And
he was so like hurt.
apparently she's told him about this before, so when she pulled it out, he was like, "I can't believe you keep this." And she's like, well, you keep this curio full of empty Hennessy bottles, and memoranda of your fucking or in memory of your fucking travels to
Yeah, Malta and
Guam.
shit.
So,
Yeah,
so he's like, I can't believe you keep. I cannot talk to you right now. While he is thoroughly entertaining, he is a problem, and I'm conflicted every episode that he's on.
yeah. I enjoy him, but I know he is hot garbage and cheese.
I laugh, but I also have to say, hey, that's
Mhm.
toxic masculinity.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But that was them, honestly.
Yeah.
So let's move on to. I want to end with Corona.
Oh yeah, let's do Little Critter and Lily.
Okay. Yeah. Male Lena Dunham, Josh, and Lily, the baddie from China. Um, you
she
know,
and
yeah. Yeah. So like he's getting ready to go, his parents take him to the airport. I will say his daddy spares no moment of showing us that he has served for this country. Because last episode we had the
yeah,
military mugs or cop mugs. Now we have the U.S. Army hat
yeah.
and para. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, Mr. America,
It's
damn,
like, all
we
right, I
get
get
it.
it. You're a civilized family.
Right, whatever. Um, this he reminds us again that this is his third marriage, and so he wants to make sure that he is intentional and
Yes.
wants
Why
to
did I
make
forget
sure.
that?
I don't know. That was a glaring thing
I don't know how I forgot because I was like, third. I
because
really
I want to know what happened with the other ones. Because
Me
like,
too. I was like, is somebody dead? Did they hate his toys? Like, I want to know.
right?
I want to know because
Because
it'll give me more.
yeah, I'll give you grace if one of them died. You
Yes,
know, and
yes.
sometimes also marriages don't work out. But if two marriages didn't work out, then you're the problem. Or unless
Speaking
if she cheated.
this
But
2025, they trying to eradicate niggas being able to file for divorce under irreconcilable differences. Like they,
oh yeah, now adultery is like legal now. Which I find it's funny that adultery was a law anyway.
this is
But
fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, like they're moving towards a military type things. They're moving towards a movement like or political space where like we ridicule other countries of being.
Yeah. Noah asked
You
me.
know
She
what I mean?
goes. She goes. Is it? Are we about to be like North Korea? And I was like,
I didn't want to say that out loud, but
no.
yes.
That's my 11-year-old who said it. And I said, what do you know about North Korea? She
Yeah.
said, I know that it is a rule that you have to have a picture of Kim Jong Un in your house. And if there's a fire, you have to save the picture before you save your family. And I was like, what have you been reading? It's like, what do you be doing in there? But I was like, you're not wrong. She was like, I don't want to live under that. She goes, do you know hardly anybody escapes from North Korea? I was like, all right, okay. I was like, because I haven't showed you Handmaid's Tale, gal, but
Mm,
but
mm.
yeah, we're there. We're already in a fascist regime that is only going to
Right.
get worse.
It's gonna be wild in like 35 when Noah becomes Canadian. Like you know what I
I'm gonna start. I'm
mean?
gonna be like, okay, oot, say oot.
Yeah.
You're going outside. I don't want you to get caught up in this rigmarole, even though Canada
Yeah.
ain't nothing but this shit with a smile.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
shit with sugar in it. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh
Mhm.
God, we've all got to go. We got to leave the
Yeah.
earth.
Yeah. Earth is
Anyway.
ghetto. I too want to leave. But anywho, he's getting on the plane, all that jazz. They do that
Hmm.
montage that they do for every couple and every iteration of this show. Whoop
Yeah.
de whoop.
Yeah.
He's made it to China. He sets himself up for um
The okie doke.
yeah, to
Well,
get read by a cab driver
yeah.
because he's moving to China and he can't work for like low
Ever.
key a decade.
Yeah.
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 And mama, she got her own, no Neo, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I total pause. So, I hate Neo, like as a human being.
I don't know anything. What do I know about him to hate him?
Uh, like he's a garbage human
Oh,
being.
okay.
Like he treats women poorly.
Oh, yeah. I don't
He
like
keeps
that.
lying. Yeah, I don't like that either. But Megan the Stallion beat his team on Family Feud, and it won me over, warmed my heart.
I love her. Hakena
Yeah,
hashatu. Abaku
yeah,
washa.
yeah.
Akane ashatu.
Because one of the fast things was like, name something that's curvy. She was like, me.
I love
Yeah.
that. Yes,
And it was the highest
Megs.
and it was the highest ranked answer
Yes,
too.
Becky. Becky
Yes, love
Pooh.
her.
Oh,
So anywho, Lily also spares no moment to tell us how much she has spent on this white man. And I know this is going to be a source of contention. So like he's in the cab, he's like, do husbands rely on their wives, for financial support or whatever? He was like, hell no, weak ass nigga. Like,
right.
get a
He went into
job.
a whole. He was like, absolutely not. If a man can't work, he can't eat, he can't
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
And this white man already. Adventurous white people, they get on my nerves
Mhm.
sometimes because
Mhm.
you didn't even have to be embarrassed in this cab like this. This lady was gonna come pick you up, and you're like, no, I got
Mhm.
this. I want to show you that I can navigate this country on my own. But you can't, brother, because you can't work. So let that bitch pick you up so you can get a comfortable ride back to the crib.
Hello?
Like, what's the
Hello?
problem? Hey, and how much does how much does a cab cost for a 3-hour trip?
That's what was wild to me.
Because you need
I'm
to be
like,
pinching the pennies, and you're a 3-hour cab trip from Shanghai to
three,
Hangzhou.
3 hours. First of all,
Mm-mm.
I can't
Mm-mm.
imagine being in a cab for an hour. Like that used to kill me living in New York.
Well, I was
I'd
like,
be like, and
I
I'd be
just did
like,
that the
I
other day
am,
going to Times Square.
yeah, but I like, nah, like 3 hours. That's wild.
I'm like, at that point, rent a
You take a
car.
bus. Yeah.
Right, right. And some other form of transportation.
Yeah.
But back to Lily, she spent 500, okay, $560,000 between renovations and like quickly furnishing parts of this minimalist home that she has
Mm-hmm.
been
Mm-hmm.
trying to get together, which I feel like she would have done whether he was coming or not. So I don't know if it's necessarily for him. I feel like the rush was for him.
The rush was for him, and her her intention on being impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she wouldn't have put no damn movie room in her house. That would
No,
have been a
that was for
glam. It
him.
would have been a
Yes.
library.
She
You know
did
what I
say
mean?
that was for him. Yes, you are right.
Like, and I feel like it probably would have looked a little bit better if it was all just for her. You know what I mean?
She's also broke now, though, doing all of this.
Which, again, if you are broken all this stuff, I thought you was doing well for yourself. You told us that you was
I think she's
raking
doing
in
well, but
racks.
nigga, if you are spending almost 600K in a
Yes,
rush,
that's
you know what I'm
true.
saying? If somebody has $500,000 saved, great. You know what I'm saying? You got a little cushion, and
Hmm.
stuff. But to take all of that and then to put it into renovations, you got nothing left. No, you broke.
Yeah, that's fair.
She can
That's
recoup, but she's broke right now.
Yeah, well,
And you should
but
be putting renovations on no fucking anyway. Um,
people do that. That like people
I
use
know.
credit cards for wild shit.
I'm not mad at people using credit, like I using like your Amex so that you can get your points and things like that. Because a lot of people will just literally use their credit as cash and then just pay it off immediately. So they'll just pretend
Hmm.
like that cash does not exist because it's going to go immediate. I'm not mad at that kind of movement, even though credit in general is a giant predatory system.
Hmm.
Um, but I'm not mad at when people move like that. But when you are using credit as cash in addition to whatever liquid cash you have, then we got problems, baby, because you got to pay that back. That's not free money.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not.
But that was them.
Um, that was them. Uh, so shout out to you all for letting us know that the Lesbians was on before 90 Day.
Yeah.
I thought it was the UK, but which is the same thing. Before 90 days, I can't get jiggy with that one either. It's just this is the only one I can get with 90 Day Fiance, right?
Yeah. Same.
So Statler, I don't know if she is a genius or or if she is
She's flaky.
flaky or she just not all the way there, if you know what I mean.
I think it's a combo. What did you say last time? I think it's a little from column A, B, and C. So
Yeah.
Statler and her anxiety and her pineapple shirt are on their way to potentially sell her car, um, because there was a plan discussed ahead of time.
And I need to know this plan because again, I still feel like Dempsey is a
Okay.
scammer.
All right. So I wanted to have this conversation with you.
Yeah.
As I
Uh-huh.
was watching this, and I watched Dempsey in her faux, her butch shirt,
Uh-huh.
and her top
And
knot.
her
You
let's
know.
say her woman bun.
Yes, I love it. There was an angle in which I was like, XD might have had a point.
Because the math wasn't
It
mathing.
was giving fuck girl. It was giving, but also this one over here, I can tell is flighty as fuck. And one thing that I cannot stand is when someone makes a plan and they act like y'all never made that fucking plan before, because you know niggas like that. You know niggas like that. And she was like,
I do.
well, I just don't remember all of the details of, like, bitch, you remember if you're supposed to sell your goddamn car. So that, and if this particular, now, do I think it is, I don't understand why. Maybe it was in the throes of coochie bumping that you were like, yeah, I'll pay half and I'll sell my car, so I'll add some cushion on for us. Like, maybe that was the case, but I don't know, man.
See, here's the thing. All right, so like Jade said, Statler goes to go sell her car that she lovingly named Aspen. Now she tells us that she takes out $20,000 in loans
Yes.
to help fund this camper that her and Dempsey is supposed to pay for.
Van.
Now, yeah, van, right? So we also learn that for whatever reason Dempsey can't work remotely, so Statler can. So she's about to be the primary breadwinner for
Yeah.
this situation.
And Dempsey just quit her job.
Yeah, and so which goes to your point about in the throes
Coochie
of
bumping. This
carpet
is what I'm
munching.
saying.
Yeah, she was just again fuck nigga energy, which is what I got from
And let's
Dempsey
be
because I'm
very
like, what you
clear.
mean you can't work from home?
This is not coochie bumping slander. This is saying that you can be pussmatized, dickmatized, whatever matized, and say things in the throes of good nookie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because none of that made sense to me. Like you, you just willingly gave up. First of all, maybe we do need to watch. I wish they had like a channel on YouTube that just focused on particular stories of people because I need to understand the inner workings of this
Mm.
camper
Ooh,
situation.
another reason Matt
Because
Sharp needs to hire us.
yes,
Hello.
because she already had issues, or Statler already had issues with this camper. And so in my head, I was like, so how did Dempsey pay for this camper? And why did all of a sudden she's just like, I'm going to quit my job and sell all these things? And like, was this just going to be your plan regardless, with or without Statler? Was this like a
Well,
love long dream?
she said, I feel like I remember her saying she wanted to do this. And then I think, you
She
know,
found somebody stupid to fund it.
yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So,
now, but what she didn't realize was the person that she found to fund it, the idiot, was
mhm.
also a flaky idiot, which seems to be a double fucking whammy.
Yeah, yeah. So the reason why I said she might have been a genius is because so she goes to sell the car and she's thinking she about to get like pennies, like
Yeah.
blue book value, like $4,000 on this Subaru or whatever the fuck she got.
It's one of them
And
rat cars
yeah, I mean some
where they
whatever
used to
standard
dance.
issued white lesbian car, right? And so a Subaru or a Fiat, whatever, I don't know. And
A
so
Kia.
Kias aren't lesbian cars. They
That square hamster truck is.
Oh yes, yes, yes. The
Yes.
Kia, yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is. It looks like an ice cream truck. But
Yes, it does.
the guy comes back and he's like, "Oh, I could buy your car for $18,500." And so Statler is like, "Oh, hold on, bitch. Wait a minute. I might
I need some fallback money.
Yeah, I need some fallback money just in case this shit goes left because I'm putting two and two together that I'm about to live in a van in a foreign fucking country and my girlfriend, who I don't even really know like that, ain't working.
Which valid. I'm not mad at that thought process
Yeah.
either because to throw all of your shit into this very quick move is a dumb move. You
Yeah.
just can't do it. You can't make decisions like this on a whim when you've already
Without
made plans. You gotta communicate. Now,
yes.
I also was about I was on the brink of making fun of her for the way that she deals with her car and talks to it. But then I
If I had
remembered.
one, I would do the
No,
same thing.
I said no. Reel it back, Jade, because you talked to Tommy Lee Jones just
See.
like this. See,
See.
our car is Tommy Lee Jones because it was parked one day, obviously New York street parking. Um,
Oh my god, I just realized why you called him Tommy Lee Jones.
it was sideswiped and hit while it was parked by a dollar van. So, you know, I by the grace of whoever, I called the gas station that it was parked by and was like, "How far do your cameras go?" And he was like, "Why? Do you have a silver SUV?" And I said, "I do." He said, "Okay, somebody left a note for you." So a man left a note for me and said, "A dollar van hit the fuck out of your car." I saw it and I marked it, but it was paper tags. Ah! And then
Yeah.
the nigga hopped out and hopped into an infinity with paper tags. I was like, sounds about Flatbush. And
Yeah.
and you know, and now we got Tommy Lee, you know, and we've had Tommy Lee Jones for like 10 years. So I do talk to her and I'm like, we got all, we made sure under the hood she was good, but that one door We were like, nigga, I'm not putting all that money into fixing that door. We gonna make sure all of her other parts are working well. So, Tommy Lee Jones got a bad eye. But I talk to her with care and love because I need her to carry me to the next vehicle. So I understand why the anxious lesbian does the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, this is normal. So, she gets home and she's packing, and she gets a text from Dempsey saying that she couldn't get the van. So now these bitches are homeless. And
Well, they get on the call. It's not that
mhm.
she couldn't get it. They get on the call, and that's when this one here, Statler, sturdy name, says, well, I didn't sell my car. And so Dempsey's like, well, bitch, that was you were supposed to, put, so they're 6K short, is what they are. Hold on. They're 6,000 pounds short. I did the math. $7,805.04 short
Yeah.
for the
Uh-huh.
van. And they're arguing because, again, this one is flaky and this one is a scam me, and it's just not about to be a good situation.
And they already have lost like $5,000 in currency transfer fees,
Yep.
which I was like, I could see that because when we had to pay our editor for the variety show,
Yep.
the transfer fees into Swedish money or whatever the fuck that was, I
Nigga.
was like,
Same with the fucking when we did the dopest dinner party in Amsterdam. It was like, okay, we gotta eat
Mm,
that.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
and we also get a flashback of that beautiful bean roll where they have already done this on the short term basis, and it was in Dempsey's uh, mobile home,
Hmm.
and Statler is spawning nukes at the size of this mobile home and them cohabitating together. And she says the van that they're getting is 5 times smaller than the mobile home. So now at this point, I am ready for the mess to rev up.
Like I'm telling you, like this is not going to work. Like she was flipping out over and that had bathrooms. You know what I mean? Like her mobile
Yeah,
home, and she was
yeah,
like, "This isn't enough." Like I told you, I watch camplight videos. Like they dig holes in the earth and
yeah,
do what they got to do. They have Planet Fitness memberships or gym
yep,
memberships so that they can go and shower and do what
yep.
they need to do. They're cooking in Walmart parking lots. Like it is like a thing. Like you know what I mean? Like I just don't. And nothing in the UK goes past like the 1800s. Like you know what I mean? So like I can't imagine they're just on like a grassy knoll and she's
No.
just like
And they don't like being
out
hot.
here. Yeah.
They don't
So
like
I don't know. I don't know what she's going to fucking do, bro.
she's gonna spawn a nuke and leave in the middle of the fucking trip, just like old girl's homegirl said she was gonna do.
Like I just don't think she's gonna make it to maybe like a week. I'll say she'll be like, no, I'm good.
Oh, this is a good game. Well, obviously we know, spoiler alert, that they are not together currently right now. But
Oh,
it's
I didn't know that.
that's what the listeners told us,
Oh,
they're not together now. Um, but
and
I'm
good.
gonna
They
say
don't need
they
to be together.
lasted maybe like I'm gonna give them 3.
Oh no, Matt Sharp be stretching the shit out of a week.
No,
You know what I mean?
truly, truly.
So I don't know.
With 75,000 recaps in between, which
Yeah.
is why it's crazy that I couldn't remember that nigga was married 3 times, because I skip all the recaps though. But
Yeah.
yeah, they Dempsey knows that she's playing a game. She's playing aloof.
She is. I
Uh,
told you she put Statler through a mattress and gone,
yeah, but now she's
gone.
and this bitch is packing up her entire apartment the day before.
And again, where is she go? Where are you putting it? You should have been selling all of this stuff for
She
money
says
because
storage, trash.
storage means the intention of coming back.
Oh, she has every intention of coming back.
So you not really moving for real, for real. Like you just need
You're going on
to,
an extended trip.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's okay.
Yeah. It's all right.
Um, so that was them.
Yeah.
Now, last but not least, Corona and Inky.
So many of my questions were answered.
Yeah, in one sentence.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me."
Now, this opens up with uh, her saying something that's just so wild to me. I will be with my Viking love mate.
Yeah, she was inclusive in her language. I gave her that.
No, she's very inclusive in her language. Mama is
Yeah.
like
She is
PC
like
to the
the
bone.
most, yeah.
Yeah. Like, what do
She had her pregnant trans
right.
friends drive her to the black or person of color trans
She wears the her
friends.
decal at work where it's like, I support all, and me too, girl. But like, she's one
Yeah,
of those that's like, no, I'm putting
yeah,
it on display. It's on my Crocs.
yeah, yeah.
Um, she's packing up all her Wednesday Adam shoes, and or Wednesday Adam is at the function shoes is what they
Mm-hmm,
are.
mm-hmm,
And she's headed to Iceland.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I guess there was something to be said about pets and traveling overseas because she too has an issue. She can't take tits and tricks, which I love I love
I
those are
do
her
like
cat's
that.
name.
I do like that.
Uh, she can't take them because pet travel is very you know, strenuous, and also there's some shit going on overseas, and so she can't bring them just yet, but eventually she will. And so,
And I think that's this seems to be pretty common in a lot of places, because not just based off of what we saw with New Mary, but even when we were talking about our editor, uh, when his wife moved over to Sweden, she
yes, yeah,
had a
yeah.
dog, and the dog, and this was also during COVID, like at the height of COVID. So the dog had to be quarantined in a facility
Oh wow.
away from her for several weeks, I believe, before she was able to go get the dog and bring maybe a month or something. But she had, like, the dog was quarantined for a minute in a facility before she could bring the dog home.
Huh.
Hmm. Yeah.
I knew animals were getting COVID. I just that's interesting. I never thought about that.
Yeah. And then, I
Yeah.
mean, think about it. We're not allowed when we travel, no matter where you go. Customs, they're, they want to check for agriculture and if you food and if bugs and shit to make sure there's
Yeah.
not, you
You know,
know,
disrupt the ecosystem in whatever country you
right.
go
Even though
into.
y'all did that here in America when you planted all these male trees and fucked up,
When you
fucked up
got
our
here and
ecosystem.
sneezed.
They were like,
God damn it.
humans, you don't deserve fruit on the street. We're gonna
Like
plant all
Chris
these penis trees.
Chris and I often talk about, like, if we could go back in time, what we would do. Like just simple things, not like, like disrupt the system and like don't trust them whites over there. But we wouldn't do that. We'd be like, we'd give them all the natives masks. Because listen, just be like, hey, Mr. Gladstone,
Yeah,
put this on.
yeah,
Miss
man.
Longfoot.
Yeah,
This could be cute, girl. Just
yeah.
right here. Trust me.
Be like, don't take that blanket.
Yes. Mm-mm.
Like,
You can talk to him if you must, but I can't, but what I will do is provide PPE for the Native Americans in 1492.
I'd bring Uncle Ruckus's "Don't Trust Them New Niggas Over There" back in time, sing it to
Mm-hmm.
them, make it a mantra, wear these masks, and don't take those fucking blankets. They not to be
Mm-mm.
trusted.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Um, and yeah, and
yeah, just a simple math. Just it would have saved so much.
KN95s for
Yeah,
everybody.
just like trust me, I'm from the
KN95.
future.
You see that? That's a
Yeah,
DeLorean.
yeah,
That's how I got here.
yeah. So,
Ooh.
she, Now, little Fifi Dobson, she not all the way gone and disillusioned. She is very well aware that they know there's going to be a challenge in her finding a diverse experience in
Yeah.
Iceland. She's very well aware that she's a black
No,
girl,
no, no, no. She
and
is. She's very aware of that.
and
I just didn't
yeah,
know how much. I didn't. I was like, oh, she cares.
yeah, that's what I said too.
That's what I.
My note says, "Oh, okay, she's not all the way gone."
No, no, no,
Like,
no,
you know
no,
what I
no.
mean?
Like, and I did. I just something about a. Like, I'm not getting ready to proclaim my no Viking love like that, but that's just me. That's just me.
But she's an alt type of gal,
And she's
so
isn't she Gen Z? What is she? No, she millennial. What is she? What is she?
she's 30, so she would be either very 30, 30, what is
She's
it,
a very
94?
old Gen
She's
Z,
a
or she's a very young
very young
millennial.
millennial. Yeah, very young
We're
millennial. I don't think Gen Z
problematic.
means.
Like we are the problem most of the time. Us.
Mhm.
But we still know what we know, if you know what I mean. So, that's where I was like, okay, she cares. She cares that,
She's still a black girl that live in Philly. She know what's up.
yeah. And from Dallas, and we
Hmm.
we all saw that stock, you know what I'm saying? And it was very familiar
Hmm.
to us, refreshing.
Yeah.
So we find out that Inky lives in a very big party town.
Oh, Reykjavik. Yeah.
Yeah, giant party town. They love to rave. It sounds like the Ibiza of Iceland. Um, and
Hmm.
dating is slim pickings because everybody's damn near related. And I was like, hmm, that tracks.
Hmm.
So they have to generally go outside of their. They have a website, they said, dedicated to making sure, like, for people to pair up and make sure that they're not related.
And my response to that was, I don't believe y'all
It
are
don't
adhering
always.
to that too
And
much.
well, you heard what he said. He said, well, now it's just up to you if you decide you want to know before or after. And I was like, so did your parents?
In the words of Beyonce, Giselle Knowles Carter, the writing's on the wall.
So he and his friends are very close. they're they're a very close knit group of friends since wee childhood.
Oh,
Um,
pause. My note says he looks like someone tried to draw a cartoon character from memory. Yeah. That's just, if you guys don't watch the show, you would have this
yeah,
idea.
it looks like,
Right?
when my niece comes to me, she's like, "Here, Auntie Jade," and she's like,
Yeah.
"This is you," and I'm like, "Mm-hmm, that's me, that's me,
Yeah.
that's me, girl, through and through."
Mhm. Mhm. You did that.
He does. Yeah, he does.
Hmm. Just, I mean, you know.
He looks like art.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I said, he and his friends are very close. They LARP together every week. Been kicking it
Listen,
since
they
childhood.
Dungeon and Dragon
Down.
down.
Okay. I was like, oh, they got the trees. That's crazy. That's crazy.
They got the auxiliary pack.
Now, this is what I don't like. Apparently, he's one of the very last of his friends to be
Not marry their
partnered.
cousin.
Yeah, yeah. And everybody knows she ain't his cousin. So nobody said anything about being black, which they mentioned nothing about it, which
Because it's not something they think about, because they don't have to.
because they don't have to. Um, but they do. He does mention. They were like, yeah, I don't know, because your boy's been single forever and he likes to have a good time. And his main focus seems to be with their relationship. Like, I'm very attracted to her and we have a very good time. I know we're going to have a good time. And I was like, you do know there's more than that. He's also, while she keeps mentioning marriage, that's not on his radar right now. He's just focused on them adjusting and having a good time. But he says he needed, basically, that she pursued him. And he didn't realize that was something he needed.
Um, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
like, did he need a black woman in his life? Did he need somebody who's not a cousin that he could relate to?
But
Did he,
why do you need someone to pursue you?
the boys want to be girls now, Jay.
No, see, here you go with this. Here you go. Okay, Uncle XD.
Well, I mean, in the sense of the cis het men folk want to be finessed now. They want to
No,
be
they do.
wined and
Yeah.
down,
No, you're right.
dined and wooed.
I
You know
want to
what I
be
mean?
Pillow
It's not like,
Prince. Why I always
yeah,
got to do the pumping?
yeah, yeah, exactly. The boys want to be girls now. Nobody want to be the boy no more. You know what I mean? It's true. Nobody want to be the boy no more.
Oh, this is the worst show ever. Like, I just pray we don't ever sound like podcast bros.
No, no.
The boys want to give me girls now.
I'm just. It's true. Listen again, like the boys is out here, getting fresh, getting their brows done and things because they want to make sure, that they're prim and proper. And they look good for their women. I'm not calling them gay. I'm just saying they want to be,
this
city girls.
this reminds me. There's something I want to talk to you about, but I can only, I think, do it on Patreon.
Okay, we'll do it in the next thing that we record.
Let me text it to you so neither one of us forget.
Okay, because I think we have to do. Yeah, we'll do whatever we record next.
Yeah. But yeah, so he needs someone to pursue him, and we don't know. They don't know what is getting ready to happen in this relationship, and I am curious to see how she adjusts to Iceland.
Oh yeah. If anything, she might look out and see really cool puffins. Puffins are really cool in Iceland. I enjoy it. They're the only birds I really kind of fuck with. You know what I mean?
That's because
Like
they
I
was on the
just,
books. That's because the books
yeah,
because of the puppet. That's the only reason, nigga.
yeah.
You don't know no birds.
No, I don't. I know pigeons. I know white pigeons,
Penguins.
which are doves, penguins, and the ones I eat. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Yeah.
We
Just saying.
will see you all next week because there is nobody else on this episode.
No.
All
No.
right, happy puffins.
Bye. Okay.